have just finished learning about the parts of the heart and the 4 chambers. Remember, you have the right and right ventricle, right atrium and right ventricle. And you also have the left atrium and the left ventricle. And remember that it's not, if you're looking at it, it's not the right side because this is your right. It's because it's like the person's heart in their body. So this would be the left side of the heart. So we've learned about the 4 chambers. Now we're going to trace the path of blood through the heart. So our learning target for today is I can trace the path of blood through the heart to the lungs and back to the heart. Remember that atrium is on top, kind of makes an A shape, and the ventricle is on bottom, it kind of makes a V shape. Okay, so remember in the song, it starts off with the right atrium is where the process begins. So you can see we're going to go into this vessel right here, and then it'll enter into the right atrium. So this vessel that it's entering is your upper vena cava. It's the largest vein in your body. And remember, veins bring blood back to your heart, okay? So we're going to go through the right atrium, and then the song says through the tricuspid valve. So this right here that you can't see, that word says valve, but this in particular is the tricuspid valve. And it opens and closes in order to let your blood flow. Remember, opens to let it go down, and then closes so that your blood doesn't go back up. So through the tricuspid valve to the right ventricle, to the pulmonary artery, which are these, and lungs. So remember, you have 2 lungs, so it's going to go both ways. So we've gone down, down, up, and out. So now it's in the lungs, and the song says, once inside the lungs, it dumps its carbon dioxide and picks up its oxygen supply. Then it's back to the heart through the pulmonary vein. So you have pulmonary veins on both sides again because you have 2 lungs. So pulmonary vein, and then in this way too. Okay? Through the atrium and left ventricle. So it's talking about the left atrium going down, left ventricle going down. And then it says, in the second verse, the aortic valve. It's kind of hard to see on my screen right here, but there's a valve right there. And it looks like that. And that is the aortic valve. So the aortic valve is where the blood leaves the heart. So it's going to go up and in. And then it's kind of hard to see because of the way the heart is right here. But that is going back behind it. So it's going to go out the aorta. And then the song says it's channeled to the rest of the body. For your test, what you're going to have to know is blood goes down from the right atrium to the right ventricle. It goes up to the pulmonary artery. Remember, artery means away. It's carrying the blood away from your heart. It goes down from the left atrium, from the left ventricle. And then it goes up to the aorta, the largest artery in your body, carrying your blood away from your heart. So if I get my heart model, let me put my marker down, you can see through the different parts of the heart model that we have the same thing here, the atrium and the ventricles, and then you see the different valves to the pulmonary arteries and the aortic artery. There's the valve to that one right up in there. And again, atrium, ventricles. Okay, so when you come to class, you're going to look at this different heart model to help you trace the pathway of blood as well. And then we also have one more activity on our Chromebooks where we're going to be using an app and an extension in order to trace the pathway of blood. So remember, on your test, you have to know whether the arrow goes down or the arrow goes up. Okay? So one more time, our learning target was I can trace the pathway of blood through the heart. You can use your Pumps Your Blood song. You can use your diagram that's in your notebook. And then when you come to class, you can use the model to help you understand this pathway so that you can pass your test. All right, thanks.